The Lotus Sutra, Volume 25. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode of the podcast provided by the Buddha's Practice Incorporated of Australia. Today, we're studying an important chapter from the Lotus Sutra, the Gateway to Every Direction, which reveals the supreme merit and vast vows of Bodhisattva Avalokitesvara, known in Chinese as Guanyin Bodhisattva. Perceiving sounds to relieve suffering, appearing in response to a call. Perceiving sounds to relieve suffering is the origin of the name perceiver of the sounds of the world. The sutra goes on to list many situations that demonstrate the Bodhisattva's transcendent power. If you're trapped in a great fire, just by chanting the Bodhisattva's name, the fire will be unable to burn you. This is due to his divine power. If you're adrift in great waters, chanting his name will lead you to the shallows. When sailing on the ocean for treasure and a storm blows your ship towards a land of demons, as long as even one person chants his name, everyone will be freed from danger. If you are about to be harmed, chanting his name can cause the weapon in the attacker's hand to break into pieces. Even when surrounded by dangerous demons, if they hear you chant his name, they won't even dare to look at you with evil eyes, much less hurt you. If you are bound by fetters and chains, chanting the Bodhisattva's name will cause them to break and you will be immediately released. When surrounded by a multitude of robbers, if one person wholeheartedly chants homage to Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, all the merchants can be freed from danger. All these examples show that Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva can bestow fearlessness upon living beings. We should develop a habit of relying on the Bodhisattva and chanting his name in our daily lives. That way, when a real crisis comes, we won't panic and will naturally remember him, extinguishing the three poisons, benefiting living beings. The Buddha also taught that Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva not only saves us from external suffering, but also helps us overcome our internal afflictions. Lust, anger, and ignorance are the roots of all our troubles. The sutra says that if living beings are plagued by these three poisons, by contemplating and respectfully chanting the name of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, they can gradually distance themselves from these afflictions and extinguish the fires of greed, hatred, and delusion in their hearts. Each time we chant his name with respect, it helps us eliminate a portion of our afflictions. Immeasurable and inconceivable merit. Holding to his name means accepting it and not letting go, which is to say, chanting it with a single, focused mind. The merit gained from even a moment's offering to Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva is surprisingly equal to the merit of making offerings to the Bodhisattvas of 62 kois of Ganges rivers for an entire lifetime. This immeasurable and boundless merit proves how inconceivable Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva is. 32 Manifestations, the Universal Gateway. Finally, the Buddha revealed that Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva has 32 manifested forms and appears in different bodies according to the needs and karma of living beings. If a being is to be saved by the form of a Buddha, the Bodhisattva appears as a Buddha. If they are to be saved by the form of Avaka or Pratyekabuddha, he appears in those forms. Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva can manifest accordingly to teach them the Dharma and help them gain liberation. The reason Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva can wander through various lands in so many forms is because of his vast wisdom, transcendent powers, and skillful means. For this reason, we should single-mindedly make offerings to Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. He bestows the gift of fearlessness in times of crisis, which is why he is called the giver of fearlessness in this our world. As long as you contemplate his power, all disasters can be dissipated. May we all make it a habit to constantly hold Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva in our hearts, extinguish our afflictions, and stay free from suffering. Thank you all.